An innuendo is defined as a remark or a hint that is one of the suggestive tone. Some synonyms are words like insinuate, undertone, or implication.
Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Now, I'm sorry to get all Webster on you, but it's important that you as a viewer understand just what I'm getting at. You do understand, don't you?
The implication.
Because I just have to ask, what is happening with Game Freak?
Hello?
How come every new addition to the series seems to have more and more adult innuendos sprinkled throughout the game? Black and White 2 had the Ferris wheel hiker.
By the way, boy, you ever had a lover? Ah, it's so hot. You're really sweating, boy.
And trust me, the Japanese version of this event is way worse. X and Y had a few good ones, like when you watch these fireworks with Shauna, and oh boy, there's some kind of tension happening here. And then an old guy gives you the TM for Protect. Oh, I see what you did there. There are other ones too, like the young couple that throws out Onyx and Cloyster. Yeah, that's a classic right there. Or the old man in Fire Red who pulls a Jiraiya spying on a bunch of girls while they're at the gym. But that stuff is so tame compared to the newest games of Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. Nintendo has thrown subtlety out the goddamn window. They're not trying to hide it anymore and are just blatantly throwing out sexual and drug-related innuendos.
Won't somebody think of the children?
Wow, so Malo is just getting high on some aromatherapy. And she's embarrassed about it, as she should be. Oh man, aromatherapy feels so good. Oh man, just feel at ease. Oh, I haven't had this in a while.
What are you doing, dude?
Danny, what the hell, man? Give me some privacy. What the f? So why now? Why have they cut the brakes when it comes to these types of references in their games? Well, I think I know the answer. Huh? Pokemon was released in the USA in 1998. I was 6 years old then, being a kid and hugging dolphins. That was me then, this is me now. Yeah, and I still play Pokemon. Their audience have grown up, and so have their games. Even though they are still directed mostly at kids, they know their older audience is going to get a kick out of some of these gags. While their younger audience will simply click A and not think much of it. So with that intro out of the way, I wanted to go over my top 10 favorite inappropriate moments in the game. Some of these are really short and don't need much explaining. I don't cover all of them, like I said, Sun and Moon had no breaks. But if your favorite isn't on here, please let me know in the comments below. Like this video if you're in the ready position, and subscribe for more content. Or else.
The implication.
Number 10 is pretty quick. In the Ultra versions of the game, you can now play with a Miltank. Dream come true, by the way. But you can also get a little Easter egg when you talk to this Miltank while riding on your Tauros. Miltank seems to be curious about Tauros. Oh my, that's
that's so cute.
Maybe I should leave you two alone, you know, to satisfy that curiosity.
Lick it!
Mating with another cow.
Lick that cow! Oh, sorry, I'll go now.
Next to Guzma's house, you might run into an old man who needs help finding his lost Meowth. Except, Meowth isn't exactly lost. No, actually, I think it's running away. You can find it hiding underneath a nearby truck, which you might also recognize as a reference to the age-old hoax that Mew could be found underneath a similar truck. Blast from the past, that one is. When you reunite the two, only one of them seems happy. The old man nuzzles him aggressively, and then a text box says,
Meowth looks exhausted after all that loving from its trainer.
Before it runs off again. Yeah, pretty sure I messed up and just delivered a hostage back to its captor. This scene between Olivia and Lily has actually been featured in a lot of my other videos, but that's because it's so funny. After Olivia is done showing you how to do that sexy Rock Z move dance, the camera pans over to reveal Lily just standing there with her jaw hanging open. It even zooms in on the reaction. Literally zero reason to program that into the game, unless you were trying to show that Lily might have enjoyed that performance a little too much. This swimmer guy on a desolate beach asks if you would like to see something fantastic. When you give your consent, he says,
Then come this way. It's better if you crouch down, too.
well, okay, but you better not pull anything fishy. Luckily for us, he just wants to show off the light of some Finneon in the water, but afterwards he says,
If you want to see them again, feel free to stop by. I can make any night a special night.
inside the Hano Grand Resort, you'll see two beauty trainers getting all hot and bothered over a Machamp.
Would you look at those biceps? They're bulging with strength.
The Machamp seems uncomfortable, so you can choose to step in, but when you do, they get a little upset.
Excuse you? What do you think you're doing? We hired this big fella to be our daddy. I mean, caddy.
Obviously, you have to beat up their friends to make them listen, and after that, they say you killed the mood. Oh, and that Machamp? Well, turns out he's actually just a human, and he's really upset that you cock-blocked him. Is that a thing people do in the Pokemon world? Pretend to be Pokemon to get girls? Just seems a little desperate. Not all of these events are sexual. Some of them are drug-related, like the Nugget Dealer in Po Town. He's hiding in the corner, sitting in the rain, staring you down. He doesn't trust you, but he assumes that you've heard the rumors, and he respects how cautious you are.
Nah, I know what you want. You heard the rumors too, yeah? Rumors? You're a cautious one. I like that. But I've need for caution myself. What with my merchandise being what it is.
After you prove yourself, he sells you some of his secret stash, a nugget, at way less than market value. Come on, Pokemon, you know what you're doing. If you played the original Sun and Moon, you might remember a sincere moment that takes place on Executor Island between the protagonist and Lily. Well, in the Ultra versions, Game Freak just rips that away from us and replaces cute Lily with an old, hairy man. Now, he doesn't say anything particularly inappropriate, but the whole scene is just kind of, unsettling. There's some tense pauses, he tries to hold your hand, just small things like that. Also, it's a little weird that you can actually play this scene side by side with the original, and it comes out almost perfect. At the end, it caps it off with a rainbow if it's daytime, or a meteor shower if it's night. So, take that as you will. Oh my goodness, these swimmers, man, they are a gold mine of innuendos. There isn't one particular moment I can point to exactly, except for that one creepy guy. But the rest are almost as good. There's one swimmer who tells you that dating on the beach is great because you can see your girl's swimsuit, and then when defeated says,
Ugh, my Frillish and I are distracted by our surroundings.
This swimmer is fascinated by Wingull poop.
The Wingull fly and their droppings fall. Oh, the beauty of nature.
Just like Magmar's, this one is pulling Pokeballs from somewhere. And this one has a problem with getting Pyukumuku attached to her butt. And I'm sure I'm missing a few more, but you get the idea. There's a lot of motion in the ocean, if you catch my drift.
So, do you want to talk about this, man?
No, I don't want to talk about this.
What were you smoking, dude?
It's just some aromatherapy. I really don't know what to say. You walk in on Malo getting high on some aromatherapy. She's obviously embarrassed about it, and then Lana challenges you to a battle to keep it a secret. I'm on to you, Lana. I'm on to you. Going on a dinner date with Olivia is number one for obvious reasons. Olivia, if you haven't realized by now, is just the sexiest characters in these games, and everyone knows it. Even this policeman from the Ditto 5 side quest talks about how much he yearns for her.
Watching her from behind like that?
Yeah, you're not fooling anyone, it's not a secret. So while you're eating together, playing footsie underneath the table, she'll say things like,
Maybe it's about time I find someone to cook for myself, huh?
Ugh!
I do love a boy with a good appetite.
Ugh! Then when you visit her in her house, she has tons of Stuffles lying around.
It's one of those Stuffle toys that can move. They're really popular among single women.
Huh, I wonder why Olivia has so many.
I may be an island kahuna, but I'm also just a regular woman.
Okay, well, regular women have needs. Stuffle dolls that vibrate. Stuffle. Where do you stuff stuffle toys that vibrate? Oh my god. Well, there you have it, my list for the top 10 inappropriate moments. What was your favorite inappropriate moment? Not just from Ultra Sun and Moon, but from any game. How do you feel about Game Freak's disregard for subtlety? Do you think they're going overboard? Let us know in the comments below. Be a good guy, nuzzle that like button, and watch some other videos on the channel. I'm GoodguyGastly, and that's GG.